on second down. Here's Locke. They go with a screen to Gore. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On 4th down, Locke.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Switching things over, San Francisco taking over on offense here in just a second. And you and I discussed earlier when Jimmy Garoppolo became the starter, what a turnaround it was for San Fran at the end of the year. 1-10 in the first 11 weeks, 5-0 after that. Some momentum to take into the offseason.
And beat some teams that are acknowledged as good teams in the league, including the NFC West champion Los Angeles Rams down the stretch. So that was a big deal for them. Highest scoring offense in the NFL last 4 weeks of the season. But I loved last year's draft because they got good play from those guys. Solomon Thomas in the first round. Reuben Foster in the first round, the linebacker. Trent Taylor, wide receiver. And Akello Witherspoon, cornerback. Some building blocks as they move forward.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Complete to the right. This is Garcon. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Set! Green, 39! Detroit! Detroit!
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. Here's Garoppolo on first and 10. He dumps it to Hyde. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Here we go now.
Garoppolo on first down. Complete here, it's Hyde. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. Jimmy Garoppolo, the starter here, finally lured away from the Patriots. What are some things you like about JG?
Well, I love his makeup, meaning obviously he's got some physical ability. He can throw the football, but he's mentally tough as well. And he developed while he was there in New England. They actually trained him to be a starter even though he wasn't getting any type of snaps. And this guy adapts and thrives with the ability to play against pressure.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. 12 yards there as they move the chains. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Hurry.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And bringing it in, this is Selleck over the middle. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and long. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Set. 3-19. Leopard.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And it's caught by Selleck. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They'll run. Hide. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. He was looking for Trent Taylor there. And it's 3rd and 5. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And Selleck here, left side. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball, and then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Goodwin. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. First down, a run with Hyde. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I think we saw some of the best qualities of Carlos Hyde on that run, able to pick up something there, being physical running the football, but I think he's got really good vision and great feet. He's going to be the key to this offense really being revitalized.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a first and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
All right, here we go.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second, and that's off the mark, incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Here we go. All right, now, look at 56. Look at.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Garrett Selleck, a 5-yard touchdown. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
And Andrew Luck's had a shoulder injury that's lingered since 2015. His throwing arm had a little surgery after the 2016 season. Looks like he's got his zip back.
Yeah, you're right. Some heat on that one to pick up the Colts first. Complete to Hilton. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Play fake to Gore. It's Locke. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They are going for it. It's Locke. And he finds his man, Kamar Aiken. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. On first down, it's Gore. There goes Frank Gore. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Frank Gore, 37 yards. And the Colts have got it back to a one-score game.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On second down, here's Garoppolo. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And now it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Goodwin. And he'll be knocked down sideways. The 13 yards that time at a first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he finds his tight end, Salek. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Garoppolo again. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here.
All right, here we go.
Now Hyde running right. Room here to run. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Second down and 4. Again, running right, it's high. And a short gain here down to the 22. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Garoppolo. And this is Selleck here with the ground. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the seemingly endless drive continues. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So 2nd and 10 here. Some on this play, being knocked back to the 18. And another timeout taken by the Colts. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though, 3rd and long. Garoppolo looks to throw. It's a foot race. The 40, 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Throw's going to be incomplete. Trent Taylor, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Here we go now. 319. 319.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Back to throw. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on 2nd down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They're just brimming with it right now.
Here we go now. 319. 319. Detroit. Detroit.
Now Garoppolo. Got to have this one. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Luck gonna throw it. He's got Gore. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And some room to work. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.